Welcome back to Conference Live. I'm Jerry Katzman. I'm here with Jim Gray, VP of Product from B-Mobile and from Building Engines.
That's right.
Your product is B-Mobile. Sounds like you guys have come up with something kind of revolutionary, kind of interesting. Now, we know Building Engines have been around at about a dozen or so years. You've been in the industry for a long time. And it looks like within the last, I don't know how long, but you guys made a definitive shift to a mobile platform that has a lot of eyebrows being raised. Can you talk about that?
Exactly right. So our market has made it absolutely clear to us that a strong mobile component is critical to achieving what our customers care about most. What our customers really care about most is a few things. Delighting their tenants to drive the renewal process, minimizing operating costs while still optimizing the quality of their service delivery, and preserving the value of their asset, which is the building. And we found that mobility is a key and necessary component to satisfying each of these requirements well. But not just any kind of mobility, but you need to have, there are a few additional technical requirements that come along with that. Our customers have made it very clear to us. You've got to have great offline support.
Really?
That's right.
So, I would assume that maybe when I'm working on my mobile device, I'm offline half hour a day, something like that. What do you guys think?
Well, what we actually see, our data, we track data really closely, like any good SaaS company.
Yeah, you guys have a 98% customer retention rate.
It's actually a little bit higher than that.
Really?
That's right.
I'm impressed by your site because you guys keep a lot of statistics about how your customers are doing, which kind of points me to think that you care a little bit about your customers.
You know, without our customers, it's just another open source project.
Right, right. So tell me, you were saying about the offline statistics.
Sure, so offline support, as it turns out, 1 in 10 of mobile transactions that flow through our system actually happened offline. The peak of that is actually 4 out of every 10 transactions happens offline, and the user is offline an average of 2 hours when it happens.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
So so obviously offline support, very important to people who are trying to create a mobile app, and you guys, I'm assuming you've come up with a solution, because some of my apps don't always capture what I was doing while I was offline. How did you guys handle that?
Well, we invested some R&D in building a very, very powerful technology that we call TrueSync, and it allows us to have very rich offline support, very robust, and also transparent. The user doesn't even have to initiate it. On many applications that try to do a good offline model, the user has to remember to press a synchronization button. So good luck with our personas on convincing them that they need to press a sync button before they go downstairs
and good luck remembering to do that when the sprinkler system is going off or the fire alarm is happening. I think it's great that you guys did that.
Right.
What else is extraordinary about B-Mobile?
Well, so you're probably familiar with this phenomenon called BYOD, or bring your own device. We have found that in this space, BYOD is absolutely essential, and so therefore our
But I mean, some of these apps, as we've talked about, they run on, you're either running on an Android platform or an iPhone platform. How do you manage that?
We run on everything. That's the answer.
You're completely agnostic.
Absolutely. We make a commitment to our customers. Our market actually needs this.
Yeah.
We need to be able to support all of these features all the time on all popular platforms, and so we do that. We support all of this functionality on all iOS devices, common Android devices, and BlackBerry as well. In fact, I'm pretty excited. In a couple of weeks at the BOMA show, we're going to be introducing BlackBerry OS 10 support, which is very exciting and very important to our customers. The Z10 and Q10 and Q5 are all really excellent devices, and we expect to see some usage there.
You guys are really, upping the ante and putting your money where your mouth is. What else have you done? I mean, you've obviously invested a lot into the research and development of this. What else is interesting about this?
Well, I think the most important thing is that as a company, we've recognized the need in the market, and so we made a commitment to become a fully mobile-first company. Our typical users are mobile users. They're not sitting behind a desk. They're not staring at a browser all day. They need to be in the basement. They need to be doing client visits. They need to be mobile, and they need access to their applications. So last year, we made a major strategic change and are throwing significant research and development investment in making all of our features for all of our personas available on all major mobile platforms.
What about additional things? Like, let's say I'm I'm a property manager. I go in and I need additional support. I mean, you can't fit rich media things into this. How do you use other external applications to do that?
Well, interestingly enough, we actually do offer full rich media support in a couple of interesting forms. So the first form is you can attach one thing you look around and everybody that has mobile devices we're all taking lots of pictures these days.
Sure.
It seems like everyone's become a photographer. And so, there's fun in that, but there's also strong business value in that. And it works very well into the property operational management space that we serve. So we allow users to attach photos to anything in our system. It provides a lot of business value. That's great. Additionally, users can view nearly any type of document on their device. So imagine the scenario: you're a maintenance engineer and you're in the basement, and you really need the schematic for a device that you're working on. But remember, you're offline because you're in the basement. That's okay. We got you covered. It's there.
Wow. Wow, so you can watch an instructional video while you're using the app.
That's right.
Make a repair or anything.
That's right.
This is a pretty amazing solution.
We think so. Our customers think so too.
Yeah, well, any success stories and who's using it and what are they doing?
Well, good question. The vast majority of our customers are using our mobility platform today. I have a few interesting stats I can probably pull out for you. So we keep a close eye on device type trends because, as I already told you, we believe deeply in the BYOD story. Mm-hmm. Currently we see about 50% Android, about 40% iOS, and about 10% BlackBerry. We do think that the BlackBerry is going to nudge up a little bit with the introduction of OS X devices.
Yeah.
And I expect Android to continue to rise with the continued emergence of sort of sophistication on that platform. Also, I didn't mention this previously, but we're planning to support Windows 8 Mobile later this year as well. Again, all features, all platforms.
Do you find, just out of curiosity, do you find a difference in how people in different platforms use it? Do you find that an iPhone user uses it slightly different than an Android user, or are they all using it the same way?
That's a very good question. So it tends to be persona-based. The guys with the keys often will have a BlackBerry,
right.
And so the guys with the keys do certain things, and
right.
we love the guys with the keys. That's why we exist.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat less common that you'll see a property manager with a BlackBerry, but it happens all the time. So again, our commitment to all features, all platforms.
Tell me one more miraculous thing that B-Mobile does.
Oh gosh, there's quite a few of them. So one of the things that our users are getting a lot of, so I haven't talked much about feature function, I'm talking more about broad capabilities, but from a feature function perspective, I think I mentioned that we introduced this inspections module. Mobile inspections are extremely powerful and are catching on like wildfire across our customer base. Great product, great sort of latent market need, because there isn't really anything else there that really sort of does this.
Why have a clipboard and a digital camera and all of those additional
right.
things when you actually have one in your...
Well, most importantly, beyond the convenience factor, you're capturing data which needs to be bound to the system of record which we manage for you. So if you're doing daily walkthroughs and you're looking at 50 pieces of equipment, if you've conducted those walkthroughs on those pieces of equipment, you want the results of that inspection point to be bound to the system of record for that piece of equipment. So we allow you to do that very simply.
That's fantastic.
So it's really great. And now, to take it one step further, if I can, in our inspections module, we make it extremely easy, and of course that works on mobile too. We make it very, very easy to, if you find a problem as you're conducting an inspection, literally answering a certain question in a certain way, and you can figure all of this in a real easy to use builder. Answer a certain question in a certain way, and we will automatically populate and generate a service request right on the spot, in absolutely real time. Again, whether you're on or offline. So what the business value of this is that you're able to take immediate action when you find something. If you don't do something right away, it doesn't get done.
Of course.
We allow you to do it right now.
That's fantastic. I'm very impressed with what you're doing. And how can people find out more about B-Mobile at Building Engines?
Well, go to buildingengines.com.
Okay.
Give us a call, send us an email. We'd love to talk about it. We're obviously very excited about the product and the way it's beginning to revolutionize our space. Come visit us at BOMA. We're going to be at booth Booth. We're going to be at booth 1102.
Right.
Stop by and say hi. That's in a couple of weeks' time on the West Coast in San Diego.
Okay.
Come play in our app petting zoo. We're going to have lots of devices demonstrating all the great things I just told you about.
That's fantastic. I'm going to stop by after this and take a look at that app. It sounds absolutely incredible.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your
Great.
time.
I appreciate it. And check out Jim Gray and all the great product offerings at Building Engines and their B-Mobile app. Thank
That's
you for
right.
being here. Realcomm, our very last guest before we wrap up the rest of the show. Thank you, Jim.